As all the consolation brackets set, 4th place games, 7th and 8th place games, in some exciting basketball today. Nikiski coming in, having beat Kotzebue yesterday. They're playing for 4th tomorrow as they took out Eielson easily. Grace beat up on Eielson yesterday, 71-35. And this is a tip going to Grace Christian. Karlberg handles it now. They'll work it around the outside, and I think Pamplin touched that last, trying to tip the ball. Nate Salima coming baseline. Pamplin going for it, tipped it out of his hands, out of bounds for Grace Christian. Karlberg, the only underclassman. Actually, no, they did go with Nieder. Sheldon, also a junior, but here's Sheldon, the big guy inside. Carsons can't keep him off the board on the missed shot there. So they got too far underneath, and the shot from the outside, good from Karlberg for 3. It rolls over the rim and in for the three-pointer. Here's Pamplin. Down the right side, Javon under the basket. The kick out to Carson. Nathan goes to Sam Tarianen and to Kate Anderson. Swinging it quickly. Here's Tarianen in the corner. His 3 off the mark. Rebound comes off to Nieder for Grace Christian. 1 minute gone here in this first quarter as Karlberg has it. Coming in against Kate Anderson. Anderson, great defense there, but the boys give up the inside rebound to Salima, and he has 2. Boy, Anderson kept him off on the drive with a good body position, but nobody there for the rebound, and a little bit out of whack here to start for Nikiski as they toss that ball away on a cross-court pass. Now Karlberg will get fouled by Cade at the half-court line. First foul of the game will be on, actually be on Holloway, not Anderson. So Holloway picks that one up. Tarianen up in the face of Nieder out there, and he gets rid of the basketball. Osborne, a hot shooter out there too, as Sheldon, their big fella, 6'5" or so, and just a big body, like 280. Or he backs in on Karsten and has the height as Holloway will get called for a foot shuffle there. And early on here, Nikiski falling in a bit of a hole. 7-0 here with 2 minutes now gone in this first quarter. Salima has the open look and lane, but doesn't use it. Brings it out the other way to Osborne in the corner, and Osborne buries a three-pointer. High pass pulled down by Cade. Now to Holloway, down low. Carson's underneath. Gets bumped in there with Sheldon. Salima pulls down the rebound. And you got to work through this, so 5:36 on the clock. Karlberg all the way to the hoop for 2. And Tobin making things look easy, the Grace is right now, as here's the pass tipped in there. Getting in the backcourt is Sam. Tarianen tripped up as he loses the basketball, and from the top of the key, Osborne tries the 3, misses it there. He'll drive down inside instead, and this could be a charging call on Osborne this time. Substitutions in for Nikiski as Ian Johnson will check in. Sophomore along with freshman Jace Kornstedt. And along the way over there, Nathan Karstens for the Bulldogs. As here's the shot deep in the corner. Anderson tries that one, not there, although they haven't had a lot of shots. Turnovers for Nikiski, I believe at 4 right now. A 12-0 start for the Bulldogs. 4:47 on the clock here in the first quarter. That's going to be on Anderson. Could have gone either way as Osborne used the left forearm, to keep Anderson off him. Anderson, very quick feet, good defender. And he stays with Osborne deep in the corner. There's Osborne again, trying to clear with the arm a bit. Misses the three-point try. Ball tipped out of there as Kornstedt and Salima battle for it. Goes to Luke Johnson, out to Jace. Three-pointer on the way, misses. Ball batted around in there. Ian Johnson with Anderson, but coming up with it, Karlberg and Cornstedt at the other end will foul Grace Christian's Jimmy McGovern. McGovern, one of those great Irish-sounding names, Jimmy McGovern, and sure enough, that kid's got the great red hair, huh? Here's a steal on the inbounds play, and Jace will take it all the way the other end and gets the Bulldogs on the scoreboard. 2-pointer for the freshman Cornstedt. Makes it 12-2 after one half of the first quarter in the books. 4:05 actually to go in the first. In the lane, Sheldon with the pass from Noah Schamberger, who had just checked in too, and Schamberger, a pretty assist. Here's Ian Johnson in the corner, brother Matt. Johnson there, or Luke rather, and Johnson there has his shot blocked, but he gets it back out to Cornstedt. Luke tries one there, and it's going to be a foul on. That'll be on Luke Johnson. As Pamplin checks in for Johnson. Now getting ready to check back in Sam Tarianen for Anderson. A 14-2 score here, 3:38 to go first quarter. Nikiski trying to recover from this start by the Grizzlies as Karstens staying with Karlberg up high. I'll get it to Osborne on the right side. He tries the shot from there, won't go. Rebound McGovern underneath. Knocked out of his hands by Karstens, and a foul is going to come on Tarianen. Tarianen shooting forward a basketball there, undercut Osborne, who was trying to get it as well. Good scramble for the ball, but those things are going to happen sometimes. You can't control where you're coming from to get that ball. Cornstedt can't get the rebound. Karlberg ends up with it. 2-pointer won't go. Osborne saves it on the baseline, and Grace hits another shot at it. Karlberg, this time with the 2-pointer. And right now, Grace Christian, just everything working for him. Here's Tarianen. Has the ball knocked loose into the hands of McGovern. So Grace will keep it in play here in the offensive end. Bunch of turnovers for Nikiski here early as the Bulldogs. Now Karlberg with a feed to Sheldon and just making it look easy here. 18-2 as it comes to Pamplin. This is that championship game experience a little bit too, where have you played in big games before? And they played in a state championship game with Monroe, so they know what it takes, several of these players. They've been there. And right now they're playing like just a machine out there, 18-2, as Pamplin comes in along with Luke Johnson for the Bulldogs. Over to Carsons, he'll try the three. High arching shot, misses there. McGovern with the rebound. 2 minutes coming up in the first quarter. 18-2 in favor of Grace. Down low, Nieder down to McGovern. Caleb Wood checked in also. Here's a tip pass, and this is Karstens, takes it all the way down. Ball rattles in the cylinder and pops out as the rebound taken down by Wood, or Schamberger, for Grace. Foul's going to be on Karstens. That's now 6 team fouls on Nikiski, 1 on Grace. That's how well things have been going. As here's the steal, Anderson, good play by him, gets it to Pamplin, to Karstens, blocked, and a held ball. No, a foul on Nathan Karstens. Karstens had the shot blocked. He went right in for the offensive board, picks up foul number 2. And the 7th team foul sends Trevor Osborne to the line for 1 in the bonus. And for the Bulldogs, Down a bunch here with 1:38 to go. At 18-2, Osborne, probably the best shooter for the Grizzlies, at the free throw line for the bonus try here now as he makes the first one. 19-2. And now 20-2 it is. So Nikiski has not figured out anything yet offensively and even defensively at this point. Pamplin now comes over to Holloway. Down the lane he goes. And he'll get a foul called on Grace Christian's Caleb Wood, picking up the foul there. And it was on Holloway's drive to the hoop, so Hunter will get a couple of free throws and needed points right now. Anything for the Bulldogs as Osborne checks out. Sheldon back in, Karlberg back in. Coach Jason Berger for Grace Christian able to rest some of his players already. For Coach Cornstead, he's just looking for the right combination as Hunter makes them both. So that makes it 20-4, minute and a half to go here first quarter. It is Grace owning this first quarter. Karlberg wheels around the screen to get it inside of McGovern. Pamplin, good defense on him on the post as Wood tries it against Tarianen. Now kick out, Karlberg has Cade on him. In the lane he goes, puts up the runner, it's good. And Tobin Karlberg, the sophomore, has done an excellent job here. This ball tipped out of bounds. Carstens lets it go. Or excuse me, Johnson lets it go there as Tarianen back to Cade. Or back to Holloway rather. Holloway's shot. The three-pointer goes behind the backboard, and Johnson thought he could save it. He didn't touch the backboard, he thought, but referee on the play says, no, that's out of bounds still. 22-4, under a minute to go here in the first. It's been all Grace Christian to start this game. Good shooting by them and lots of turnovers by the Bulldogs have put them in the hole here. Lots of basketball to go, though. Fall behind early and come back. Not easy to do, but a sign of a good team, and this is a good Bulldog team. As Grace winding the clock down, 23 seconds. Now McGovern inside. Pamplin with Johnson. They can't stop that. McGovern gets the two-pointer. Here's Pamplin with it up high with 8 seconds. In the corner to Luke Johnson. Now to Cade. Anderson comes into the lane. In and out goes the shot. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. It is Grace Christian Grizzlies on top, 24-4 over your Nikiski Bulldogs. Back here in secret. Second quarter, Nikiski with the basketball to start. Quick play down on the baseline to Luke Johnson. He has the ball blocked back into play, though, by the big guy Sheldon. Sheldon at the other end running the floor well, gets the pass and puts it up and in on his second try. Sheldon with 6 in the ball game now in a 26-4 lead. Hunter Holloway trying to go down to Johnson again on the baseline there. Johnson, he's a big, strong kid, but a little bit extra height here all across the board by the Grizzlies, and good help defense down low. He hasn't seen an open look yet. Ian Johnson out there also, brother Ian, sophomore, to Holloway. High pass over the top to Jace Cornstead, and Cornstead hits a three. They're going to have to find their spots and get him. Also stops at the other end. The three-pointer makes it a 26-7 score. Here's Karlberg, as that could have been a charge, but no call there. Karlberg leaning into the shot, missed it, and putting it up and in off the glass was the big moose, Sheldon. As here is Ian Johnson trying to find some room on the baseline. It's going to be out of bounds off of Johnson. Now, how do you get by that guy? Well, Johnson got off balance trying to get by him and threw the pass out there in the corner, but Karlberg, down the lane he goes. This time he's fouled, and I think it's going to be on Johnson, Luke. So Luke picks up his second, team's 8th, and to the line, Karlberg for a couple of free throws. He had 9 points in the first quarter. Misses on the first one. 28-7. Pamplin checks in. With 6:45 to go in the first half, it's been all Grace Christian. Carstens gets ready to check back in. And this shot also missing the same way by Karlberg as they go in the corner to Jace again, and Cornstead a three, this time from the right corner. So back-to-back buckets there. Can't give it up at the other end now. 28-10. 6:30 on the clock here in the first half. Salima with a good screen. Frees up Karlberg briefly. They come out to McGovern. Three-pointer for him. He knocks it down. McGovern with the three-pointer. Well, who isn't going to hit a three-pointer or a shot for Grace Christian? I don't know just yet. They got to find one of these guys that they can leave partially open, perhaps, as Pamplin comes up to Carsons, looking for that one. There it is, and Nathan Carsons, big second quarter yesterday. Maybe he'll start off today as he knocks that three in from the right wing. 31-13, though, 6 minutes to go in the first half. They got to get stops at this end. Carsons playing off Karlberg as he picks up the dribble. Now to Trevor Osborne back in there, and Osborne behind the back gets free. Two-pointer good. Kate Anderson trying to stay with him, and Osborne hits the two. Pamplin handles the high pass over to Jace Cornstead. Cornstead shot in and out. Ian Johnson with Carsons. To the floor they go. Timeout for Grace Christian. And out of the timeout, Grace Christian with the basketball. Little pressure now by Nikiski in the backcourt, and they get the takeaway, but Osborne takes it back. Osborne with an easy two. Oh, they've got the turnover. And Karlberg now with a foul in backcourt. That was disappointing. They got the turnover, but then in pitching the ball back to a guard, the ball taken away by Osborne. He gets right to the hoop, and a travel call by Pamplin. Javon had to sidestep the defender there as he came in the key, picked up the extra step. 35-13. 5 minutes on the clock. Still lots of time here in the first half. You got to be able to cut this lead down a bit. Tarianen gets ready to check back in. As here's Nieder. Dumps it off out there to Salima. Now to Osborne. Osborne's shot missing, and the rebound to Carsons. Nathan working against Karlberg, loses his footing, goes to Pamplin. Free throw line jumper for Javon, looks good and is. Pamplin with two. As a near steal there by Carsons. That's kind of hustle it's going to take. They got to have stops. Carsons lets Karlberg go by the screen, now picks him up again in the forecourt. Osborne, good crossover, back to Karlberg. Carsons right there, and boy. 35-15 to the line goes Karlberg for 3 free throws this time, as the foul will be on Nathan. 9th team foul, and for Nathan, that's going to be, that is his third. Karlberg continues to miss free throws, though. That's 3 in a row he's missed. And with one more coming up, 2 more coming up, rather. So Tobin, second shot on the way. This one good. And he'll have one more. A lot of Karlbergs have gone through the Grace Christian program. And one of them I know up there coaching, Galena, Lou Karlberg. I think he's might be the senior one of the bunch. And Tobin, last shot there, 2 straight after missing 3 straight to start. Here's Cade with it. Anderson comes across the timeline, 37-15 score. Pamplin with it to the free throw line now. He kicks it back out as Anderson goes in the corner to Tarianen, out to Holloway. His shot won't work, and Cade busting his for the rebound and got it to Ian Johnson for 2. That was a good hustle play by Anderson. They needed points there, and they got them thanks to the hustle of Cade Anderson. Oh, nearly dragging the foot was Nieder. Recovers, gets it back to Karlberg. Pamplin in the lane. Karlberg shows the ball to him and then puts it off the glass and in for 2. Pretty play by Tobin. As Pamplin, pretty good defense there. And you had to go with that. You had to figure, yeah, he's going to pass it. No, he isn't. Cade, 3 on the way. Missing. Osborne in position. Foul, Holloway. So Hunter picks up his second. Team's 10th. And a 39-17 score. To the line goes Trevor Osborne for a couple free throws. Grace Christian using much the same method they did in their previous years there. The run to that championship game, using a lot of players. And again, Coach Jason Berger for the Grizzlies doing the same thing here as he's constantly shifting players in and out, keeping people fresh. But when he needs combinations of a certain style, he puts it in there too. He can go that way with players having a lot of good experience on the floor. 40-17, Osborne's second shot also good. 2 from the line for Trevor. 4 for 4 in the game. Here's Anderson. Pitches it back to Terrianen in the corner. Hunter. Holloway's shot doesn't work. Rebound though to Cade. Back he goes to the big guy inside, Luke. Now back to Anderson, and his shot won't work, but there's Hunter Holloway for the putback. Getting some hustle points here. A couple threes have gone. Better second quarter. Big hole, though, in the first. As here's Caleb Wood out to Ryan. Sheldon's shot is off. And a rebound to Hunter. Ahead he comes to Ian Johnson. Down the baseline is Ian. The kick out. Tariana needs this one. Not there. And Salima corrals the rebound out long for Grace Christian. 41-19. Oh, I think that was Tarianen's first shot out there too. They just haven't had the looks. Really, a lot of turnovers early, what really hurt them. But getting back in their game a little bit here is nearly poking it free was Holloway from Nieder, or McGovern rather, as inside. Shot misses there. And a foul is going to be called, I think, on Ian Johnson. No, it's going to be on Terrianen with the reach. So Sam picks up number 2 on him, and to the line goes Osborne once again. Trevor with 2 shots coming up. He's a perfect 4 for 4. Has a 41-19 score and 42-19. A lot of people expecting this game to really be a tight one. The defense of Nikiski, good shooting out there. Grace, similar team, a lengthier, maybe longer, certainly team at all positions. And right now, it's been all Grace Christian in this first half. As Osborne comes out for Karlberg. 9 players here for Coach Berger of Grace Christian. Pamplin tips it back. (43-19) score with 2 minutes on the clock in this first half. Karlberg with Anderson in front of him. Cade, tenacious defender. Made the last play happen, getting an offensive rebound, and Holloway put it in, I believe it was. As here's the ball inside of McGovern, tipped away by Pamplin, got it to Luke Johnson, and Johnson trying to lead the break there, but that one a little long for Anderson to catch up to. 1:40 on the clock. Karlberg gets free long. He'll bring it into the key area. Drops a pass off to McGovern. McGovern tripped up in there on Johnson. Luke will pick up number 3 on him. And Team foul number, what is that, 14 or something. It seems like a lot, that's for sure. I think it is number 13, team foul. The shot off there for McGovern. Second one on the way, and also is a rebound by Jace Cornstead, who's checked in. 90 seconds to go here in the first half, and Pamplin comes down the left baseline. Cut off there by Sheldon. He pulls up the dribble, but not in time, as on the end line it goes, so it'll turn it over to Grace Christian. Karl Berg in the backcourt there is Grace sensing the challenge there, and they've certainly met it. As down it comes to McGovern on the baseline there. Good defense by Pamplin. The shot misses. Rebound coming away. Ian Johnson with it. And to Jace Cornstead at the other end now. Cornstead's shot missing. Ian trying for the rebound there. Tipped around. Osborne comes away with it. Trevor still got it. Left wing to Sheldon. Now up high to Karlberg. Under a minute to go here in the first half. 43-19 score. That's right. Grace Christian running away here in this first half against the Bulldogs, surprisingly. As here is McGovern. Handoff to Karlberg. Comes to the jump stop. And Holloway staying right on him. Anderson now comes over to help out. He's got Osborne, and there's going to be the foul called on Hunter Holloway. Or did they? I thought he's going to call that on Cornstead. Okay. Jace picks up his second. To the line, Karlberg. And he rolls the first one in. One more coming up for Jace. For Tobin. As Karlberg. Second one also good. So the free throw shooting stretching the lead here for Grace. 22 seconds on the clock. Nikiski with a chance for the last shot. 45-19. You'd like to get it in the 20s. Certainly, just for the way the scoreboard looks. Down to 10 seconds, and Cade with it. Down to 8. Top of the key. Cade goes to Hunter. Holloway, baseline. Shot won't go. Off the glass and into the hands of Grace Christian. And that is the end of the first half here in this Valdez Boys Championship semifinal. The first championship semifinal tonight. It is a